my feed
is nonstop, yo.
Inundated. We're all laughing because I was joking around before about how this has never happened before in internet history.
Yes.
I literally believe sincerely, and I mean this, and you thought that I was being hyperbolic.
I don't.
I'm not.
I don't.
He is showing up on my feed non-fucking-stop.
Dude.
I'm not clicking on it. It's just next video is him in that accent, which I don't know what the fuck country that is.
I'll be trying to figure that shit out, too.
And the entire media is attacking him on a daily basis. Buy the special, motherfucker. Buy the special. Real talk.
Here's what's crazy. I've been seeing him on TikTok.
TikTok. Do you know what I'm saying?
He everywhere, yo. He unstoppable.
Instagram.
His YouTube shorts.
Instagram, YouTube shorts.
You're wearing your YouTube shorts right now. You were talking about. You got your YouTube shorts on right now.
Oh, fuck you. All I'm trying to say is Hunter Biden got
he's undeniably funny. You can't even act like a guy not funny.
He's funny. Yeah,
he's funny, bro.
If he's playing in your city, go see him. Watch his show. Just let him see that you support him, because right now he's being surrounded by people in this industry who are letting him know that he has to apologize, who are letting him know that people, Jimmy Fallon talking about people coming and crying for his Me Too comment. So it is important that he see that you guys are out there. And I know he'll probably play it off and he'll probably be embarrassed by the support, because this right now to me is the most egregious, blatant example of the left taking someone out for using their words. Worse, taking a comedian out for using his words.
Have you seen the guy who does YouTube videos and he like breaks down comedians acting like he just doesn't acting like they're great, and it's almost like a scientific breakdown of jokes?
Yeah.
He goes through Chris D'Elia's and it is so fucking funny. He just destroys him. He oh my God.
Oh, good. Okay.
He's like, see, right here, he's repeating it so that people know that he's making a joke, which is very effective. You can tell he's a seasoned comedian because he said it 4 to 5 times to get people laughing, and he's laughing, which is
yes, it's so good. Chris D'Elia, the reason, if you're wondering why we're making fun of him, is because he has sex with children.
If I see another person who's done stand-up for 3 years, it's like, my special's coming out in 2 weeks, I'm gonna fucking, I'm pissed, dude.
I do teach piano lessons as well.
Oh yeah? Oh, you're a teacher? Oh yeah? Whoa. He's all like, I'm a teacher. Oh my God, there's so many trash comedians, I can't even fucking believe it.
And like the whole crew's like, yes, Myles, like, yes. And Myles is like, just doing God's work here.
No, come on, he did not say that. He did not say that.
No, he did. He said, just doing God's
I don't think he has any like unironic fans. Like I said, his entire community just makes fun of him. It's amazing.
One of the things that I think is interesting about this is that, this is the third one of these videos that they released. And the first one, there was tremendous outrage. Second one, tremendous outrage. And that's when YouTube said, we're not going to let you post these videos.
I went and saw him at the Palladium about a year or two ago. And it was one of the worst shows I've ever seen.
Really?
And one of my friends, another comic that I respect a lot, gave him a standing ovation. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And he was like, I understand why you feel the way you do, but I just love seeing the act. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. What was bad about that? It was aggressively corny.
It's tricky, too, responding to a crowd like that, too, because you have to be funny, but you can't be too mean, right? You can't hit a fly with a sledgehammer.
It's one of the best stupid, poor comedians working today, for sure.
I just really encourage this group to think carefully about this sad attempt at humor.
Hello and welcome to the stream. Welcome to Gutfeld Bingo, jokes explained by an expert, ramble through Rumble. Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you for joining us on the stream today. Thank you for enjoying the intro. The intro honestly never gets old. An outstanding job by Brian editing that together. Sometimes when I'm, I wake up to that every day. It plays on the ceiling above my bed. I open my eyes, I watch the intro, and I'm ready to take on the day. Okay, good. Looks like the chat is now functioning here. It was not functioning before, but now we've got everybody in the chat. welcome and get your bingo cards if you have a chance to get your bingo card. Get your bingo card. We're playing Gutfeld bingo today. We're gonna watch episodes of Gutfeld. I'm gonna try to explain the jokes. It's America's #1 late night show. And a lot of people don't understand that. But it's bigger than Kimmel. It's bigger than Colbert. And the reason for that is that it is not woke. You know what they say, go woke, go broke. And I think Steve and Jimmy, all the Jimmys, they're hurting for cash. It's not going to be long before they are homeless and living in Portland. Anyway, guys, get your bingo cards. I got a little bit of a thing to watch before we go to the Gutfeld bingo. I've always got something sort of to go between on Rumble between rounds of bingo and whatnot. Oh, also, if you win Gutfeld bingo, you get to link a link in the chat, which then allows you to have me professionally explain your video or just giggle. But if ideally, it's something that needs to be explained, that has confused you. You don't know how or why you're supposed to laugh at it. That is my job. Now, this video that we have over here on Rumble, I just clicked on it because of the title. It says, this is from the Rubin Report. Dave Rubin, very funny comic, who does a lot of political commentating and comedy. And it says, the Landman finale give the best anti-woke scene ever. So, first of all, it's already anti-woke because there's visible cleavage here. And woke people hate boobs. We learned that over the last couple months. Sydney Sweeney, very controversial for having boobs. That's why, she had her boobs out on a jeans ad, and the wokes got upset because they don't like it when people display any sort of gender. So they got really upset about that. So anyway, I don't know what this is. I don't know what how this is the best anti-woke scene ever, but we're about to learn. So let's see why this is funny. Anti-woke is always funny because you're dunking on the woke, and it's always funny to dunk on them. So let's see.
For example, their pronouns.
On the power.
Oh, here we go. Already. If you guys aren't watching Landman, it's about a man who owns land. So it's obviously this must be some sort of show from the old days.
Paramount streaming app, they've got a show called Landman, and there was this interesting thing going viral, just sort of mocking this woke gender pronoun lunacy. Take a look.
Oh, and this is a classic Gen Z conversation, right? Like as soon as you meet someone, you usually ask what their pronouns are. Generally, I think at this point, at some point here, the Landman is going to burst in and start drilling for oil. I think.
I love how they even get it with the
nice. And Dave Rubin is here to also laugh and agree. Thank you, Dave.
Therapist there, that she's awful too. But the point is that show's doing really well right now, and it's mocking this nonsense. So something,
nice.
Yes, Dr. what was her name? Dr. Mend or whatever with Holly. It's like, okay, you can keep pretending you don't know what basic biological reality is, but you guys are actually losing, and how much damage you can create and how many kids you can chemically castrate while it's still legal, I suppose.
Wow.
We will find out, unfortunately.
Okay, so we don't really see the whole end of the scene there, but we do see the good parts, which are right here. So thank you so much for that, Dave Rubin. Very great observation. Very funny stuff. And TJ Chemics, yes, says trans people are losing. Yeah, because they've got they started a pronoun war, and we're gonna end that pronoun war with violence. Excellent stuff. Let's get to Gutfeld Bingo. Monday, January 12th. I'm predicting, someone was already predicting in here, a lot of Tim Waltz jokes, a lot of Minnesota jokes, a lot of Somali jokes, a lot of Ilhan Omar coming in. The bingo cards have not been updated, so it's going to be a real piece of shit for you guys, but let's see if we can still get to some of the standards. I guarantee The View will still be mentioned, so I think we're still going to get a couple of bingos today. Let's, oh shit, someone just squeaked in there. Just squeaked in. to the bingo card. Ho, ho, ho. Yes, Gordo. So if you're in the Discord, at Brian and tell him to update the bingo cards, and he will respond calmly. Gutfeld, Monday, January 12th. Let's get it done. Tyrus is a guest. Let's see. Squeaked in like a little shaloo. Exactly. There he is. Tyrus. Amen, baby.
Okay. To be honest, I was expecting more. Good evening, everyone. So Sunday night on CBS, they aired the Golden Globes.
Hold for booze.
It's the only award show named after Sydney Sweeney's chest.
And what were we just talking about, guys? See, this is I am deep into the conservative media now. I understand what's on their mind. Sydney Sweeney's boobs and pronouns. See, when you refer to Sydney Sweeney, you actually can use them, they, them, because you're, of course, referring to both of her beautiful tits. You heard that one here first, folks. Write that down. That was an original joke explainer joke. Never been done before.
Yeah. And for the third year in a row, the award for Best Special Effects went to Sean Penn's face.
Best special effects went to Sean Penn's face. Is that a joke about him having plastic surgery? Because I don't know if he has. I think it's quite the opposite. Sean Penn has been ravaged by age. He might be one of the few non-plastic surgeries, but I don't know. You're is ugly. That is definitely the joke there. 67. A lot of global elites here. So I'm just going to give you guys coastal elites as well. I'm not going to go as far as to say commies, because there are a few executives in this room, probably a lot of people from Paramount, Skydance, various really good job creating people in there. They're definitely not communists. So.
But winning for Best Picture, a movie called Hamnet.
Hamnet. That's a funny name, right? It sounds like something you'd use to catch pigs, or maybe a special search engine that you use for finding the best pork on the internet. Very funny name. So I'm already laughing here. Hamnet, The View. Holy shit, Gordo. Gordo, you got it. There's no way this isn't The View. Hamnet's The View. It's Ham Vision. It's just all pigs. Oh my God, this is perfect. Yeah, it's gotta be.
Though some audience members were disappointed to find out it had nothing to do with deli meat.
Fuck. What? Gordo, I'm sure you had it. This is crazy. Sometimes Gutfeld doesn't have his regular writers on the show. The writers are Gutfeld and Joe Mackey, and I think the LLM Claude. Either they're using Claude or they're using Gemini. I'm not sure, but one of the AI models. Chris Christie, fat. I mean, that's a fat joke. That's perfect. Still funny, just a little unexpected. Grok for sure. Kyle, man, I believe you're correct.
Fat joke always lands. All right. Over the weekend, more than 2,000 anti-ICE protesters.
A little bit of Gutfeld explains the joke. He does explain that Gutfeld, that fat jokes always land, just like an airplane.
Marched in Central Park. Sadly, most of them were immediately mugged by Venezuelan gang members. Did I say sadly?
Migrant gangs.
Heineken's CEO is stepping down due to sluggish beer sales. Industry experts are blaming Ozempic because you don't need beer when your wife's not fat.
Hey. You don't need beer when your wife's not fat. Do you understand that? So when you have a fat wife, you got to get intoxicated to before you have sex with her because she's disgusting. Women are annoying. Number 72. Very annoying. Women yes.
That is just a seamless joke.
Thank you. Hey, Gutfeld. You know, he earns it. He earned it. He earned really basket in that one. That was a very good joke. Gordo's begging for cum in the chat. I don't know. I think we might actually get there. Look at his face. Gutfeld's he's got cum on the mind. We're going to get one of those jokes here pretty soon.
Killing it. Yes. The U.S. reportedly incapacitated Venezuelan troops with a sonic weapon that one survivor described as feeling like his head was exploding from the inside. What's this?
I felt like my head was exploding from the inside. Are they gonna is this gonna be a joke about when your wife won't stop talking?
It's about explosive head? Asked one man.
Okay, Bill Clinton. Explosive head. So head can mean a lot of things. Head can refer to obviously the head on your head. It can the penis can have a head. You can also be the head of an organization. But head is also a verb. You can also receive head. So that is when a woman, ideally Sydney Sweeney, performs oral sex on the penis. I'll give you cum for that one.
I would have gone in a different direction. Zohran Mamdani went on YouTube Kids star Miss Ray.
Oh no. Zohran Mamdani. And he's on a kids show. Of course he is. Because he's stupid. Because he's a communist. Number 8. Commies. We're getting through a lot of bingo cards today, actually.
Rachel's show and sang The Wheels on the Bus.
Welcome, Ramona.
With the host. It was all fun and games until the driver yelled, Allah Akbar!
Hey! It was all fun. So the joke here is that because Mamdani is a Muslim man, that of course the bus he would be on would be a suicide bus ready to blow up. Probably Jewish people. Very funny. Do we have Muslim stereotypes on here? I could say I don't know where that one fits. I won't say subway incidents. I'll give you is race.
Congresswoman Ilhan Omar said that the ICE agent in Minnesota should have known not to try to get in front of a moving car. But she's wrong because the car wasn't moving.
Oh, here we go. This hopefully is going to... Generally, when you see Ilhan Omar, the joke is that she's either rich or she fucks her brother. Hopefully we'll get to one of those ones.
And she's going to make people think every Somali who marries her brother is some kind of fraud.
And that's what's so great about Ilhan Omar on Gutfeld is it's going to be one of those two jokes. And so you can sort of pre-laugh inside your own brain before that happens. Oh, and 29 ICE. Forgot that. Great stuff.
All right. Finally, on Sunday's Meet the Press, Democrat Senator Chris Murphy said Trump has committed 10 times more impeachable offenses in his second term than his first term. Well, if you think that's bad, wait till you see his third. No longer a joke.
Yeah. No longer a joke. hey guys, you know, okay, thank you, Gutfeld. Because, you know, I was always thinking, I always thought it was kind of a funny joke, but Gutfeld has made it official that Trump having a third term in office is actually no longer a joke. So it's something, instead of laughing about, you can look forward to, which just makes you feel good.
No longer a joke. So interfering with law enforcement is now the radicals' version of the Tide Pod Challenge. Same concept, do something really...
Hey, that's a great reference. Do you guys remember the Tide Pod Challenge? That was a challenge from just after the 2008 financial crisis, I believe. 2009, 2010. The libs were eating Tide Pods because they're brain-dead morons. And it's great to bring that up. It makes you laugh. Good stuff.
Stupid. Make sure it's filmed for accolades and attention. It's like standing between Jesse Waters and a camera. They never think they might die doing it.
Jesse Waters.
But here's the darker question. Imagine if Tide had been telling teens to eat those pods all along. What if Tide put out a glossy how-to explaining how solvents and cleaning agents go great with Lunchables and also cure acne from the inside out? And what if they then sent reps to schools to conduct training on how to chew and swallow, then post a reaction online? Seems like Tide would get sued to oblivion. So, what if your family member got themselves jammed?
An excellent metaphor. Satalo Disco, yes. An excellent metaphor. Thank you, 100 bits for the poison Tide victims. Thank you. It still helped pay for my treatments. I used to eat Tide Pods every day for breakfast, just to get cleaned out. But it did eventually bleach the inside of my body, and so we're working to re-dirty it. Apparently the inside of your body is supposed to be quite filthy, but it was so clean in there that it was catastrophic. Apparently the doctor went down there, they did a colonoscopy after I ate all those Tide Pods, and it looked like a clean hospital waiting room, sparkling. But apparently your body should be just filthy on the inside. So I'm working on getting it gross in there again, unfortunately, for my health. I don't like how it feels, but I'm trying to fix it. Could you use Tide Pods as dipping sauce for chicken tenders? Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe that's why I like chicken tenders so much, because they are like pods. I do like pods. That's why I love dumplings so much, because it reminds me of when I used to eat Tide Pods. I just love any pod food. Tiny little package, I'll eat it. Anyway, this is a great metaphor. Eating Tide Pods is the same as protesting ICE raids in your community. Great point from Gutfeld. Let him cook.
Jammed up, or worse, at the behest of anti-ICE radicals. Couldn't you have a lawsuit too? Couldn't you go after the extremist groups, those who encourage and train gullible people to obstruct the law and who end up in jail, injured, or worse? These groups are legal entities that can be held liable, including for negligence or wrongful death. Because this isn't just activism. It's get the confrontation on camera so we stay funded. And when the performance turns lethal...
And that's what people don't talk about. People who protest ICE are making a killing right now. And I'm seriously, if you guys, and I'm not saying you should do this, if you went out and protested ICE, you'd be making easy $200,000 a year. I don't know if you guys saw the stream last week. I watched a little bit of Joe Coy. Joe Coy was saying how Amazon workers make $100K a year minimum. Think about how much you could make protesting ICE. If people at Amazon delivering stuff are making $100K, think about what an ICE protester would make. God damn.
Everyone suddenly becomes shocked that poking the bear can end badly, and not for the bear. Now, I'm not addressing the outcome. Leave that for investigators in courts, and definitely not for hacks like Adam Schiff or CNN, who rush to judgment like Kamala heading toward the nearest happy hour.
Oh, that was so fast. That was so fast. Kamala Harris is a drunk. Classic. Very quick.
But if reports are accurate, surviving relatives could pursue a settlement against the terrorist cosplayers who may have encouraged or equipped Good to engage in dangerous tactics like impeding federal agents. Because clearly that training increases risk of lethal encounters. Hell, Judge Judy could handle this case before the first commercial. Now, sources claim Good was part of...
Judge Judy is America's Supreme Court justice. So just to explain, there's no Americans here.
Was part of ICE Watch, a group that monitors and interferes with sources claim...
There she is. Okay. Okay. So the way the U.S. System is based is you've got Congress, the executive branch, and the legal branch, the Supreme Court. And people don't talk about the fourth branch of government, but it's Judge Judy. So the Supreme Court rules on certain decisions. They send it to Judy. It's broadcast on television. She then reaches her decision, which is going to be the final decision. So look at her. She's very severe lady. But and they reached this conclusion because Judge Judy is the richest judge in America. And I've explained this before. Here in the United States, people are ranked based on their net asset wealth. So Judge Judy's got a lot of beautiful properties, makes a really good income. The Supreme Court justices do not make as much money as she does. So they have to defer to Judy on the most important legal decisions here.
Sources claim Good was part of ICE Watch, a group that monitors and interferes with immigration operations. And she received thorough training on obstructing the path of armed agents.
Yep, and probably lots of money.
Brilliant. Why not just paint an X on your forehead in the words "shoot me"? This isn't observe and document, it's instigate and escalate. DHS sources say she was stalking and impeding officers all day and that she attempted to weaponize her vehicle, which lines up with the kind of training tactics used to create catastrophic confrontations. So if lawsuits uncover training materials or witnesses come forward documenting the deliberate escalation, that would link the training to Good's fatal encounter and other violent incidents. In plain English, if you're running a training program that teaches people to obstruct the law and you don't hammer home the obvious reality that this can get you killed, then what exactly are you doing? The people funding and running these groups, they know the risks, even if many of the clueless radicals they rile up don't. Maybe they should include warnings in their mass emails saying, warning, the Surgeon General has determined being a left-wing radical activist can kill you.
Oh, period. Yeah. So it's, Gutfeld, not mincing words here. If you're a radical left-wing activist, you're going to die. Not a happy note, but something that definitely needs to be said here on the #1 comedy late night show in the United States. Censored. Yep. Number 6. Italo Disco, thanks for the 20 bits for them Poison Tide victims. Tyrus.
I know.
They love him.
Well, I'll take.
They love him. They love him. He's the #1 guy. Guys, he's #1.
It. Good evening, everyone. Ooh. So in India, authorities believe a single
Was that a slip up? Did he say in India? Whoa, let's hear that again. Real quick.
Ooh. So in India,
yes, he did. Just start the engine there. little bit of a slip up. He does, he's one of the best, but he does slip up sometimes. One elephant has killed 13 people in just 1 week. And who's this elephant going to be, guys? Is it going to be Rosie O'Donnell or Joy Behar or Chris Christie? Because Chris Christie got one last show. So the LLM they used to write this episode might have an artifact in there. But let's see. Pritzker is a good guess as well. His name is one. Joy Babar. Whole cash thrills. That's fucking good. That's a good one. Someone's been on Grok.
Authorities believe a single elephant killed 13 people. Well, maybe they stopped.
No. Or maybe killed people. Remember, Hillary Clinton also kills people. Before I continue, let's not forget.
Murdering people, he wouldn't be single.
God. False.
A 22-year-old influencer.
What? What the fuck was that? Gutfeld? Greg? No, I can't criticize the guy. He makes a lot more chicken strips than I do. But, fuck. Give us what we want. And we want bingo cards.
Her married her former high school teacher, despite their 40-year age gap.
There's Jeremy Clarkson right there.
Critics say if the roles were reversed, this would be gross.
Mixed reaction.
Yes.
Complicated joke there.
For her 50th birthday celebration, singer Jenny Lewis married her dog.
Wow. Maybe this could be a Brian Kilmeade joke here.
The highlight of the ceremony was when the minister said, "You may now sniff the bride's butt."
Oh, man.
And get this, at the reception, they drank champagne out of the toilet.
Oh, yes.
Reminds me of last week.
Okay, this is just some classic dog jokes there, right? This is just some classic dog jokes. Dogs have very little thought into their personal hygiene. They love drinking out of the toilet, sniffing asses. They're gross. Number 52, I'll give you a poo joke there because I often associate dogs with poo. So there you go. Pee. We got some people asking for pee. I don't know. Because they did sniff an asshole, and I always think about poo when I think of assholes, so I'm going to have to stick with poo on this one.
Nearly 15,000 nurses have gone on strike at major New York City hospitals. Until it's over, Mayor Mamdani is asking New Yorkers to only shoot each other in the leg.
That's going to be I'm going to give you subway incidents on that one. And the joke there is that New York is a very violent, crime-ridden shithole. So that's funny because why people living there is dumb, and it's almost like living in New York is like eating a Tide Pod. How about that?
But one New York hospital has accused a union of protecting nurses who came to work drunk. They knew they were drunk when one patient handed a nurse his urine.
And so this is this is going to be a funny joke, but it's also going to be a classic union thing, right? Boo unions. Yeah, see, Gordo gets it. Gordo already knows. He can feel what Gutfeld is putting down here. Unions historically fight for employees and workers to have the right to go to work hammered and maybe 1 or 2 days a week. Look it up.
Sample, and she asked, "Hey, where's the little umbrella?"
P, you got your P. Congratulations.
Bill Clinton
there.
ignored a subpoena to testify about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. He reportedly...
Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah. Bill Clinton's the main guy in the Epstein list, in the Epstein files. There's actually like not even that many. Oh, Celtron 2030, congratulations. We got a bingo audio and a bingo in the chat for Celtron, the double bingo. Thank you. Absolutely on it. Celtron, do you have your link ready to go? Congrats on your bingo victory. Let me get these bingo cards handed out to the class here. Celtron, ready to go. You guys have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to get your bingo cards again. Let me grab your bingo. Let me get your link here. Oh, a 56-second video. Celtron, tip of the headphones. Tip of the headphones to you for a very reasonable link. Now, we got 3 minutes. Whoa. We could just stare at this. We could just, you guys just want to objectify this woman for 3 minutes straight, just in silence? Or should I find something else to watch here? Let's take a little tootle. Let's take a little ramble around Rumble here. I hate to leave these cans, but let's see what's on the feed we got here. Oh, something big is happening in the UK. Not sure what that is. Woke ideology is eroding trust in Canada's institutions. Democrat nuked on live TV. Now, I think I would have probably felt this in the ground or in the air if it was a real nuke. So I think this is probably a figurative nuke. But good to hear. Hey, and here's the war chief. I think he's called the warlord. What's the name of the Department of War? Hegseth. And he's deploying the entire U.S. military to Minnesota to arrest. Hey, maybe they do like a Venezuela on Tim Waltz. That would be funny. Louder with Crowder. Let's find something that's nice and quick. Carney's New World Order aligning with China. Very frightening stuff. Look at planes crashing. We've got places being targeted. We've got nuclear bombs being armed. We've got FDR smoking. We've got the CIA logo. We've got Trump taking great. Hey, this looks good here. What's this? This will motivate you guys. And look at the branding comedy we got here. Look what we got. First of all, let's acknowledge Tate Speech by Andrew Tate has 2.2 million followers here on Rumble. Tate Speech, sounds very similar to hate speech, which is a very entertaining type of speech. And then we've got, he says, go fast, and it says, go first.
God does not reward the thinkers. He rewards the action takers.
Write that down. Write that down. Or ideally, you don't know how to do that. Never mind. Ideally, you don't know how to read or write. All you know how to do is do. Let's keep going.
The people who instantly take action without thinking do pretty good. A lot of stupid people get very rich by instantly taking action without thinking.
Yes.
Then you have the very smart people who take action and then think about the action they took. They think post-action. I'm going to take an action because I have to be first.
Just so many cigars.
Now let me think about what I've done. I've done something. So now let me think about how to make the most of the action I have taken. The people in the middle who are thinking about...
Was that Bradley Cooper?
...action only lose. If you go first, you have an advantage.
This is you guys. This is the whole chat. See, you guys, you were thinking about playing Rumble Bingo today and watching the stream. But you didn't even think about it. You just fucking did it. You got out there, you turned on the computer, and you were like, I'm fucking playing bingo. You're not thinking, you can't read, you can't write. All you know is that Joy Behar is fat, and I fucking love you for it.
If you go first, you win. You don't have to overcomplicate it. You don't have to overthink it. If you were first into Bitcoin, you won. If you got a property all those years ago, you won.
Nice. Bitcoin and property. Hey. Amen. I know we all did that. When I first heard of Bitcoin, I didn't think... That's the problem, right? If you think about Bitcoin, you already lost. It's always best to just go all in on any new thing that's around. And that's why today I'd like to introduce Bachelor Coin. It's crypto for people with bachelor's degrees only. The only way you unlock the coin is by doing a bachelor's degree. If you do a bachelor's degree in music, you get 2 coins. Pay attention. Stay tuned for more details. But don't fucking think about it. Okay? Just buy it. Just don't even think about it. Because 10, 15 years from now, when B coins are worth, $100,000 each, you guys are going to be going, God damn, I wish I didn't think so much.
If you got into the stock market all those years ago, you won. If you're the first person to go up to a girl in a bar, you stand a better chance. You gotta go first. If you get in a street fight, if you hit him first, your chance of winning is monumentally higher than if he hits you first. You gotta swing first. So when you're sitting at home thinking, how do I win? Doesn't matter if you're trying to outrun somebody in a 100-meter sprint. Doesn't matter if you're trying to make money. Doesn't matter if you're trying to become famous. You gotta be the first one to do it. So you must be permanently pushing to move first, to take action, to do something.
Oh man, so cool. And not only that, great advice, but not only great advice, similar advice to Tony Robbins, one of our favorite comics and very motivational comedians as well, that we love to celebrate here on the channel. Tony Robbins, if you've paid any attention to his seminars, very similar thesis. If you're sad, you should, first of all, stop doing that. Second of all, do anything a lot. Whatever you do, just do it. That's his advice. And he tells that to you over many hours for thousands of dollars. Guys, how do I join bingo? Doctor, thank you for joining us. So the way this works is if you're on Twitch, I think there's a little button in the display portion of the screen. I don't know if it might be up here somewhere, or on the top right or top left, or maybe one of the corners. And you're going to click that button. And then you're going to be given a card of some kind. $1 says, if you yell at the top of your lungs, you could be more alpha 2 miles. Yes. And I'd love to yell, but I don't want to clip the microphone. Okay. Doctor's in. The doctor is in. We've got bingo ready to go. Let's do it. Bingo starts now. Okay, we know we've got Tyrus as a guest. We've already got Bill Clinton and Epstein on the screen.
He told Congress, quote, if I wanted to talk about Epstein, I wouldn't have had my wife strangle him in a jail cell on August 10th, 2019.
Boom. That's 4 bingo cards.
I'm told I have to add allegedly. Barbie has released the first ever autistic Barbie.
Oh, no.
Joining other Barbies that have conditions like blindness or diabetes. Teaching little girls an important lesson. It's okay to have a disability.
As long as you're hot, right?
As long as you're not fat. It's important.
Very funny,
It's
very
important.
True.
The more you know. And finally, an award-winning folk singer was wrongly branded a sex offender by Google AI and now wants to sue over his canceled concerts.
Musician wrongly branded a sex offender. Was he Russell branded?
Meanwhile, a sex offender is suing Google AI for wrongly branding him a folk singer.
That's the opposite. See how that worked? So he just took the joke and switched the old switcheroo. Crowd is a little confused. Is disabled. Holy shit. Yeah, you're right. Satella Disco's on it. Is fat. The joke was that they're not fat. The joke was that they're not fat. So I can't. We're going to get there. We're going to get there.
Well, you know what? That's your loss. So let's talk about the bravest people in America.
The bravest people in America. People that are in charge of lowering the food crate into the holding cell of the View, of the women of the View.
Celebrities at the Golden Globes.
Coastal elites.
Some wore anti-ice pins with a powerful two-word message.
You hear how the audience starts groaning as soon as Gutfeld says celebrities? That's how genius he is, right? Because Gutfeld, in the traditional sense, is a celebrity. He's a famous guy. But we don't hate him because he's different.
Be good. Yes, please, be good.
Ice.
The same thing I say when I watch their movies. Wearing the pins were Mark Ruffalo, Wanda Sykes, Natasha Lyonne, or Lyonne, whatever, you know. These are the people you see in movies and think.
Was that a slip-up? Number 6 censored. Yep. Absolutely.
Did I see them in a movie or delivering my Amazon packages?
Is the joke that they're poor? Are these wealthy are these wealthy out of touch elites, or are they also poor and do Amazon packages? So sometimes this Gutfeld really, he can really write himself into a corner. But what did we just learn from Andrew Tate, right? Don't think, just do. And a lot of that can apply to humor as well. You guys, you need to not think about this, just laugh, right? Don't think, just laugh. Very similar. And you're going to find out you're going to win a lot more in life. You're going to make a lot more money if you don't think, you just laugh.
Here's what the incredible cuck had to say.
This is for Renee Nicole Good, who was murdered. This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today. I know I'm one of them. I love this country, and what I'm seeing here happening is not America. It's just not.
Gotta say, Kathy Bates looks great.
Is effeminate. Is misgendered. That's not Kathy Bates. Schwepp from the back of the class, disrupting the class with the 10,000 channel point Eric Griffin orgasm moan. Because it's so expensive, I will acknowledge it.
But be good, that's some message. I mean, do you mean do what Renee Good did? Well, would you do what she did, Mark? Hang around all day and stalk law enforcement? And then when they tried to stop you from driving away, would you just floor it? Of course you wouldn't. You don't want to die. You got a great life. But I get it. The pin is the perfect virtue signal. Do as I say, not as I do. And that's the real issue here. This disconnect between private beliefs and public proclamations. It's about the things that elite libs would never risk, that they happily demand from others. They love their causes so much, they'll sacrifice everything you have. It's why they dangerously idealize the actions of Renee Good, who was so emboldened by training and propaganda that she assumed she was impervious to the law, and sadly learned that what works on social media doesn't work in real life on the street. This disconnect cuts across all of their fake crusades. Take trans. White liberal chicks know that kids...
Take trans. Yes. And let me just do trans athlete policies here, as usual. Yeah, it's just one word. Trans refers to, it means 15 different issues, all just in one.
Kids can't make that call about their bodies, but they don't say that in public. They also wouldn't let a stranger into their homes, but they're fine with open borders. If a cop pulls them over for a busted taillight, they don't just speed off, but then they openly encourage gullible activists to do otherwise. So here's the test that undoes all liberal performative lies. What kind of advice would you give a relative planning to do something stupid, like harass and impede law enforcement? Would you say, go for it? Or would you say, that's a terrible idea?
Censored.
You would say the latter because you care about them and you love them. So be good captures the hypocrisy of the elite virtue signal. They egg you on to do something that they'd never do because they really don't care about you. All these videos of women holding up phones, screaming at ICE.
Thanks,
where are their
Gutfeld.
loved ones or their friends telling them to knock it off? Renee Good didn't have anyone offering sound advice, just activist groups and celebs egging her on. You know, it's funny, you don't see a lot of black protesters at the...
Yeah, the best thing to do when you're around, if you're confronted by law enforcement or anyone, the best thing to do is just to say, I waive all my rights, and then roll on your back and sort of pee on yourself a little bit. You know, that's what the founding fathers always wanted here in America. People don't understand that America was founded by respecting law enforcement. It's right there in the Constitution, right? They just were very calm and measured. And the whole time they were just like, listen, England, let's have a dialogue.
These things. You also don't see them at Hamas rallies or Tran rallies either. It's almost like the promiscuity of white female protesters regarding their causes tells you it's not about the cause at all. It's about the content. Filming and posting it as a form of emotional enrichment. So here's the question to end all phony liberal compassion. Would your politics require you to suspend the advice that you'd give to your own family? If the answer is yes, then you're an uncaring douchebag. Which, as far as we know, Ruffalo might be. He's not sheltering migrants in his Los Angeles mansion, his 50-acre farm, or one of his Manhattan apartments. Then again, the people wearing the pins are actors, and they literally recite made-up crap for a paycheck. It's the only way they can claim the high ground about climate change, yet live in...
Gutfeld, fucking... People think that this is scripted. Gutfeld just goes right off. This is his, like, improvised rant he does. He's like a jazz musician, right? They're just like, Greg, give it to us from the gut. And he just fucking tells it like it is. He's not reading off a prompter, I'll tell you that much. Him and Donald Trump, they just speak from the heart. They speak from the gut.
Beachfront mansions. And it's why the Democrat Party in Hollywood are so tight. They both do the same thing for a living. They lie.
They lie for a living. Yeah. Whenever I'm watching a movie, and I get fucking so mad because I'm like, wait a second. This isn't even real. And then I punch through the fucking screen. I get so mad. You guys, it's, don't ever go to the movies with me because I will end up freaking out if I find out that what I just watched was a complete lie. Man, I remember I went all the way to Alabama to visit Forrest Gump's house. I wanted to talk to the guy. I figured he's probably still alive. It's all, he's not that old. Might be in his 70s now. 80s, maybe? Guys, Forrest Gump was played by a fucking liar named Tom Hanks. He lied the whole fucking time. That whole movie was fake. He didn't run anywhere. Yeah. He didn't run anywhere. He didn't go to Vietnam. That's stolen valor. I think that's actually a crime to pretend to be in the military like that. Yeah. And I thought this is crazy because, not only was he Forrest Gump was in Vietnam. He was also in World War II. He was also cast away on an island and talked to a volleyball for a long time. He was also a prison guard. I was like, this is one of the most extraordinary men I've ever seen. I have to meet him. Turns out he's just some fucking commie actor living in California. God, I was so mad. And I hope that you're learning from, if you were thinking of doing the same thing, you learned here today that all those movies were fake. Those were all fake. And Somali pirate, yes. The list goes on. He's like a serial grifter. Probably one of the worst scam artists who's ever lived. Tom Hanks. Don't pay fucking any attention to what that guy says. Yeah, the list goes on. And nobody talks about it. Maybe only Gutfeld mentions that actors are liars.
Yes. I welcome your adulation. Good evening, everyone. So Bill and Hillary Clinton skipped their depositions before the House Oversight Committee regarding Jeffrey Epstein.
Wow. The guiltiest party in the Epstein saga skipped their depositions. Interesting.
But this isn't the first time Hillary left someone hanging.
She kills people.
What's that mean?
The joke is that she killed Epstein. There's it's accepted fact that she killed Epstein. But what we don't know is, did she do it herself with like black leather gloves on, or did she hire somebody to do it? That's really the only thing that's in question. Did she hire someone or did she do it herself? The rest of it is settled. And she killed Epstein because obviously Bill is like the main pedophile guy in that whole thing. And the only reason Donald Trump is in the Epstein files, because he kept going to the island to investigate Bill Clinton, right? Like Trump was doing his own Sherlock Holmes missions. He was infiltrating the Epstein network and trying to figure out how he could save those kids. But Hillary got in the way.
President Trump announced that sanctuary cities will lose federal funding on February 1st. In a related story, this country of Somalia just started a GoFundMe.
That's a joke about the country of Somalia has been receiving like $7 billion a week in daycare money from the state of Minnesota, in the large daycare scam.
In Minnesota this week, articles of impeachment were officially drafted against Governor Tim Walz. He immediately wet his pants when he heard the word drafted.
Oh shit, Tim Walz is a huge pussy, right? Because he didn't go to the war, unlike our president, who tried to be drafted, but unfortunately he was just too smart to be in the military.
Jin Chao Wei, a U.S. Navy sailor, was convicted of spying for China and sentenced to 16 years in prison.
Okay. This is a prime setup. Shameless replay, thank you. This is a prime setup for, first of all, yes, 8 commies, Chinese. We got to get a Chinese stereotype here, right? Either he's going to have some joke about this guy doing laundry or making Chinese food, Or maybe Greg, sometimes he'll just roll out a gong and just hammer the gong. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe I'm just imagining that he would do something like that. But get your Chinese stereotypes in front of you now. You all should have your book turned to page 13 at this point.
Which is far better than the worst thing that could have happened to a Chinese spy, sex with Eric Swalwell.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd take the jail time.
Yeah, me too.
He makes an Eric Swalwell joke, which is honestly a great choice. Swalwell almost sounds like swallow well, which is a funny thing because you could imagine the sexual implications of that.
Ew. Democrats say that the Pentagon unlawfully disguised a military plane that struck a Venezuelan drug boat. I think we have a picture of the plane.
Hey. That's just a silly joke. So Gutfeld goes between, he's got a bit of a spectrum, right? He's got like classic, just silly jokes that nobody's expects, but he will always make sure to wrap up his joke segment with calling for the execution of left-wing people, which is good.
Chase Bank is suing former Chicago
Venezuela,
Democrat
yes.
Mayor Lori Lightfoot for not paying an $11,000 debt on her credit card. Yeah, they're mad she didn't spend it on plastic surgery.
Ugly. Oh,
Unfair.
Check that one off.
Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry was on Fox and Friends this morning.
Boy.
I can't believe they let someone so unpopular and unlikable
Brian Kilmeade
interview Jacob Fry.
Oh, that's just a joke about all the Fox and Friends. That's just fun. That's just in-network banter, right? That's just fun. Could you imagine that they all have a good, fun time there at the studio, making light jokes about how the regime is always right.
He did a good job, man.
Thank you.
No, not you, Griff.
Oh. Regarding an alleged plan to acquire Greenland, President Trump says the country's defense is 2 dog sleds. Well, if that's the case, we know
who's pulling those sleds. Who's pulling those sleds? The View? The View, please. We haven't had any View.
Who he's sending, right?
Oh, Kristi Noem, the dog shooter. I forgot she does get flack from Gutfeld sometimes for shooting the dog. Crazy. See, both sides.
Come on, it's funny.
Fair and balanced. Fair and balanced.
And finally, researchers discovered a prehistoric Iceman mummy that carried a high-risk strain of genital warts.
Oh, shit. Is that Joe Biden? He's usually, yes, DJ Chemics. We're all thinking it. We're thinking this has got to be Biden or Clinton. Oh, maybe Bill Clinton fucked the mummy. Ooh. I think we're all on the right track here. Let's see where it goes.
And a related story, Hunter Biden has discovered time travel.
Hunter Biden. Wow. That's actually kind of a combo of Joe Biden and Bill Clinton when you think about it. They do kind of form Hunter Biden. Yeah, he's a genius.
So it looks like the Supreme Court will uphold the ban on boys competing in women's sports. As the court heard arguments this week, some of the justices showed us that they're just like us and can't believe they're even considering this crap. How do I know that? Just listen to Justice Alito ask a basic question and the lawyer having no clue what to say.
For equal protection purposes, what does it mean to be a boy or a girl or a man or a woman?
I think that the underlying enactment, whatever it was, the policy, the law, we'd have to have an understanding of how the state or the government was just understanding that term to figure out whether or not someone was excluded. We do not have a definition for the court.
Well, how can a court determine whether there's discrimination on the basis of sex without knowing what sex means?
Amen. You come to argue sex discrimination and you can't define sex? That's like showing up at Britt Hume's place without a stack of hustlers. Just
is a pervert. Britt Hume. TJ Kamek says sex isn't gender. That's that's very funny to say both those things, both very funny words.
put him with the rest. Wow. How did this woman pass the bar, or for that matter, high school biology? It must be hard for her to buy underwear. Seems like a pretty relevant definition to have, don't you think? Instead, she froze up like Jesse Waters.
It's very basic. A man has a dick and balls, and a woman has an area for inserting the dick and balls. And yes, also the balls.
When there's a two-syllable word in the teleprompter.
Jesse Waters.
Imagine
stupid.
using this logic in any other
That's a
case.
joke.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. How was I supposed to know that burning down Kilmeade's studio was
Kilmeade.
arson when fire isn't really definable? All right. But if sex can't be defined, then fairness can't be defined. And if fairness can't be defined, you no longer have a sport. Still, other justices defended this nonsense, but it didn't go well. Take Ketanji Brown Jackson, who, no surprise, is in favor of men in women's sports.
Of course.
Listen to a lawyer for the other side shred that argument.
But they are being prevented from playing on the team that matches their gender identity, correct?
That's the effect. So let me use your example from earlier. You said there's a system.
So a lot of people, some people, we have viewers who are not from America. You need to understand that Americans, a lot of people that ask, why do you guys talk so much about, gender categories in regards to sports? So in the United States, we like two things. We do war and we do sports. Those are the two ways that you can excel in life. So it's important to have these categories, right? Because you go to a lot of American high schools, and we'll have, our library will have 3 Chromebooks there, but we will have a stadium that can seat 35,000 of the townspeople there. We just have different priorities here in America because we don't think, we actually fucking do. And we think later. So we do, and then we think. And a lot of that is sports, right? So a lot of that is just training muscles to automatically twitch the right way when you're doing ball activities or stick activities. And that's how, that's just our culture, is what we do. And we think about sports almost all day long as well. So, it's just, we have to get to the bottom of this. And if we have to debate it in the Supreme Court for 100 years, we will. Anyway.
Gender woman, she could play on the team she wants.
Right.
There's a boy who identifies as a girl, he can't play on the team he wants. Take that same boy and switch his gender identity, but say he still wanted to play on the girls' team. Say he was a very unathletic boy. He likewise couldn't play on the team. So it's not the gender identity that's keeping him off the girls' team, it's his biological sex. His gender identity is wholly irrelevant to it.
Wow. I haven't seen someone get pummeled like that since Judge Janine caught Bill Hemmer trying on her Jimmy Choos. Now, this hearing went on for 3.5 hours.
Absolutely cannot explain that one, guys. Don't know what that means. Couldn't get those references. I apologize. I will grok them after this.
And I think I know why. Ketanji makes Kamala sound like Shakespeare.
So to the extent
Kamala.
that you have an individual who says what is happening in this law is that it is treating someone who is transgender but who does not have, because of the medical interventions and the things that have been done, who does not have the same threat to physical competition and safety and all of the reasons that the state puts forward, that's actually a different class, says this individual. So you're not treating the class the same, and you're not, how do you respond to that?
Wow, no one.
I fell asleep.
No wonder the Supreme Court added socket protectors so no one can put their fingers in them. But it's no surprise, a stat from a few years.
Oh, that's a great joke there. No wonder the Supreme Court added socket protectors. I didn't even know about this. Did you guys hear about this? The Supreme Court added socket protectors so that nobody can stick their fingers in them. As you know, you stick your fingers in a socket, you get electrocuted, possibly to death. And the Supreme Court covered them up so that you can't do that, because people wanted to die when Ketanji Brown starts talking.
Back reveals that she speaks more than all the male justices combined. The only thing that gets her to shut up is when someone puts on blues.
They measured her speech. Now look at that. Look at this is a perfect example of talk about my wife, guys. My wife. Annoying. Wives, women won't shut up. So funny. I'm glad to see it actually measured. Someone's actually fucking doing the work to show us what's actually going on, which is that women won't shut up.
Mind. The only thing that gets her to shut up is when someone puts on Blue's Clues.
Yeah, because she's dumb.
Which brings me to one of the most famous phrases.
We'll see what Judge Judy has to say about this.
Phrases we've accepted as truth. Women and children first. Refers to a universal understanding that women and children are more.
That's the Titanic law. The laws of the Titanic.
More valuable and more instrumental in the survival of the human race. It's sad that it's women who have changed that equation from women and children first to women and children first unless there's a guy nearby in a sundress. But this is what happens when you inject identity into reality. Identity is...
Oh, yeah. Guys, don't inject identity into reality. Those are two different things.
No replacement for biology or physics. Puberty doesn't give a crap about your pronouns. And deep down, everyone knows it, including the people arguing against it. That's why they know definitions are dangerous to their dogma. Even after the hearing, the lawyers still couldn't see that they were cooked.
Josh, what is your definition of sex? I don't think that's what is at issue.
Okay, that's an easy one. Sex is when you insert the penis and balls into the vagina in one position and you thrust until you're done. And then you roll over, put on Gutfeld. Pretty straightforward. Crazy the Democrats can't define it.
In this case, what's at issue in this case is fair treatment for all people, including cis people and trans people. And that's what we're here to talk about today.
He should have stopped talking after saying, "I don't think."
Yes. Yep.
But that this argument made it this far is insane. You mean we couldn't settle this absurdity ourselves? Well, actually, we could. But common sense was hijacked by people who gamed the system. If you don't obey our demands, we will come after you and call you names like bigot or transphobe. But finally, ideology ran into a room where that doesn't fly, where at least half of the people still rely on reality. But you got to hand it to the gyno men for getting this far.
Big gyno
Their fetish
men.
became a national debate. It's like watching people on the bus arguing over whether the earth is flat. Who wins? Well, the flat earther for having the argument at all.
Let's welcome tonight's guest.
Got him. Hey. Who's this guy? He looks like this is the guy from the Chevrolet commercial that tells young people to not be fucking lazy. Or is it the Cadillac commercial? I forget. Very good ad. I love good ads.
Why? Greg Gutfeld, his wonderful audience are standing by to put a smile on your face. Thanks for being with us. Have a great night.
Whoa. A little handoff from Hannity. Hey. You know what? That's what I need. I need a Hannity handoff for Gutfeld Bingo. That's what the new intro should be. It should be Sean Hannity going, hey, and if you're looking to have jokes explained, particularly jokes from Greg Gutfeld. Hold on to your sofas. Don't change the channel. Set your Stairmaster to high speed. Press your life alert button, because Myles Anderson is going to be here to play Gutfeld bingo with you for the next 2 hours. You know what? That's what I should sell. We should do. I'm always brainstorming merch ideas. Because I can't, I'm just an entrepreneur, I can't help myself. I don't think I just do. We should have life alert buttons that you guys can just press. It costs you money, but at any time you press the button, I'll come through the life alert. I'll phone your house and you have to tell me the joke that needs to be explained. Boom. You could do it anywhere you need. If you're at a party, someone tells a joke, you don't get it, I'm right there for you. We'll do some R&D. I should, I bet he is on Cameo. I should get a Kennedy handoff on Cameo.
Yes!
Nice sweater.
Yes! Again, not chanting the last name, but it's a start. Good evening, everyone. So former Vice President Kamala Harris and her husband, Doug Emhoff, recently bought an $8 million mansion
in Malibu. And she is drunk.
Malibu. Yeah, she said she got it in a fire sale. But at over 4,000 square feet, Emhoff boasted that you could have a nanny live there and my wife would never see her.
That's a joke about fucking the nanny, but also great joke about California burning to the ground. Something, that we all find very funny here at the Gutfeld Show.
After record rains, Los Angeles is awash in potholes. In a related story,
potholes? Maybe this will be a weed joke. Hey? Joke about weed? Holes full of pot?
Tom Cruise has been reported missing. Because he's a little guy just like me.
Oh, that was 3. Is short. Also, Gutfeld explains the joke. Also, Gutfeld self-burn, guys. That's got to be a bingo. That's got to be a bingo. This board is filled in. Board is filled in. Gonna keep watching. Wow.
Costco is offering gift cards in return for your outdated electronics, with one man asking, do they take pacemakers?
Joe Biden.
This is interesting. January 14th marked the medieval holiday called Feast of the Ass.
Oh.
Feast of the Ass. Oh, man, that is so funny. Began as a medieval Christian feast, but now, so this is a perfect time for Gutfeld to rag on one of his coworkers, I think, because it's just fun. Oh, Don Lemon. Satalo. You might be right.
Today is only celebrated by a few Christians, and for an entirely different reason, this guy.
Satalo Disco, congratulations. An astute Gutfeld guess. A GG, if you will. Great gut guess. Went with your gut on the gut guess. Incredible shit. Number 20 is gay. I don't think we didn't have a potheads joke. I made the potheads joke. Doesn't count if I make it. I'm just simply an explainer.
So there's never any leftovers after
Thank
that
you
feast.
For the bits.
Always shows up on an empty stomach.
Wow. Oh, Gutfeld loving that one. Hating Don Lemon. Very funny.
In Ireland, a crashed truck released 15,000 live crabs.
Okay, crabs. These are going to be referring to the crabs that live in your pubes, which of course you can get if you go into the ocean and you haven't trimmed your pubes. The crabs will live in your pubes.
Scientists say it was the biggest release
Hunter Biden's a good guess.
of crabs since Hunter Biden left his...
Chitalo Disco. You're not pre-watching, are you? That's incredible. 2 in a row. Holy shit. My God. I feel like I've got a protege in the works right now for when I finally put my fingers in a light socket and call it a day.
Since Hunter Biden left his jeans in an Old Navy dressing room. Boy, did I
Ret dressing room.
mess that up. All right, who cares? You knew it was coming. According to a new poll, President Trump is the most popular politician in Venezuela.
Hey, that's funny.
Doubts, check out their new flag.
Fair and balanced.
This week, Ilhan Omar says ICE hasn't been able to produce any evidence they are finding undocumented people who've committed crimes. She would have said more, but she and her brother were due at couples therapy.
Boom, fast jokes.
The Washington
Gutfeld.
National Opera has ended its 55-year residency at the Kennedy Center after the Trump takeover. Now, if you want to go see a fat lady sing, you have to book a trip to Dublin.
Oh, Rosie.
Unnecessary.
Fat.
Finally, scientists claim male sexual desire peaks at...
Oh, Gordo with the Rosie O'Donnell clutch just at the end. Oh, my God. Congratulations. Congratulations, Gordo. I couldn't believe we'd gone so long. We'd gone so long. Oh, boy. Yeah. Ending the game. Handing out the bingo cards. Let me just set the timer here. Okay. Grab your cards. I'm going to grab this link. Oh, baby. A 13-second video. Bless you. Bless you, Gordo. Now let's go back to, oh, wow, okay. We just learned a little bit about not thinking and just doing. Iran has broken free. Don Lemon to be charged. Rumble raids. Let's go to, we just watched this one. Greenland, huge update. Libs turn on the Clintons. Classic. Hannity Friday. Oh, can you guys pronounce this? Ava Vlardingerbrick. Wow, she got banned from the UK. Probably just for speaking the truth. You're not allowed to do that in England. Flat Earthers and Cheaters on Tucker Carlson. Very interesting. Should men and women live together in 2026? The answer is no. Women are annoying. Get them out of your house. God damn. Been saying it for years. Australia is very close to banning Christianity. Holy shit. That is scary. That'll be chaos if, Christianity is the only thing keeping law and order going here in Western civilization. If it's not for Jesus, if it wasn't for Jesus, I would have killed fucking 30 people by now. But I know I am being watched. Golden Globes ratings tank. Look at that scream crying guy from the Hulk. Hoarder in Iran. Yes, yes, yes. Female athletes deserve less. Wow. Andrew Tate, the will to preserve life. It's time to annex Canada. Is it? We're doing that now? Is it the time? I thought we were going to wait at least another year. What I found out. Listen to the room go quiet as Rubio says the ugly truth about Iran. There's Tim Waltz. I don't know. How do I defend Minnesota? I don't have enough tampons. What a loser. What else we got here? Carney's China Da. That's funny. That's a combination of China and Canada. Johnny Knoxville on Joe Rogan. Talk about his penis that got crushed, probably. Very sad. Jordan Peterson, visibly scarred by Peter Thiel. Somalia, USA. Russell Brand taking a look at, is this Russell, are these two Russell Brands? Is that Russell Brand and that? Is that both Russell Brand? Or is that younger Russell Brand and older Russell Brand? That's really cool. That's very fascinating. Landman finale. We already watched that one. Men cannot get pregnant? ? Nope. Even the View audience doesn't buy Oprah's BS. Even the View doesn't like Oprah. Watch this leftist's face when Republican corrects her lie with this fact. God, this whole, like, if you just spend a little bit of time on Rumble, you see the woke left getting rumbled. High alert. If you got a COVID shot, you need to see this. Oh God, oh God. Is this top hat man? This must be Anthony Fauci, right? This must be Fauci. Because he's got his fanciest top hat on, because he made a lot of money on those vaccines. He gets a direct 1% commission for every vaccine injected, and then he has a direct thought link to you if you have those injected as well. So you can just see the thumbnail here, what's going on. You can see here's a wealthy researcher at a university, or maybe even Fauci himself. You've got the Globe, because he's a globalist, because people who deal in epidemiology often are thinking about controlling the world through vaccinations, even though those viruses have nothing to do with America. Oh, man, I didn't even watch a video.
Well, what if I told you the rapid development of COVID-19 vaccines was not a sudden scientific breakthrough, but rather the culmination of more than a century-long effort that was sort of hidden in the shadows?
Hidden in the shadows.
Like Operation Warp Speed.
A shadow effort.
But it actually started well before all of that. So,
oh, you better fucking believe it. You better fucking, they vaccinated people in the Revolutionary War in the 1770s and 1780s. That's how long ago the dark shadow money has been operating vaccines. Pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up. Now, let's go. Get some Gutfeld bingo cards, guys. 15 players. We are hemorrhaging bingo players. What do we got here? Hey, we're not doing too bad. 29 viewers on Twitch, 24 viewers on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for playing bingo, and thank you for watching and hopefully learning along with the channel as we dissect Gutfeld and his hilarious punchlines, anecdotes, and funny asides. Lagwar, you're on mobile. Humble brag. Someone's got a fart. I almost said a fart phone. Could you imagine? Someone's got a smartphone that can run Twitch. Humble brag. All right, that's 15. That's enough. I guess that's enough. 15 players. Bingo starts now. Foggiest bog, you are the chosen one. Male sexual appetite peaked in the early 40s. Now, are they talking about men who are 40 years old, or are they talking about men who were in World War II and had a lot of bloodlust-fueled arousal?
Age 40. But women's sexual desire peaks weeknights at 10.
Gutfeld fucks. Boom. Also, Tyrus is here. I can hear him laughing. Let's go. So the joke, I mean, it's not really a joke. I mean, women want Gutfeld. You could ask any woman. They want that Gutfeld. But the fact that we know this is, and that he acknowledges this, makes us laugh.
Thank you. So in a federal hearing yesterday about abortion drugs, Senator Josh Hawley asked an actual...
Foggiest Bog, you're the chosen one. That means that people are watching your bingo card right now. So make sure all of your antivirus software is up to date, because we have a lot of ransomware hackers that watch this stream. They're not harmful, but they will lock your files for Bitcoin.
Doctor, this question.
Do you think that men can get pregnant?
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take...
Simple question. Can men get pregnant? Answer is no. Come on, Dem.
care of patients with different identities. I take care of many women. Yeah, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, the goal is just the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the question.
The goal is just to establish a biological reality.
Doc.
Boom, wrecked. Posted, clipped, posted, and wrecked.
Doctor or not, I'm keeping her away from my prostate. And this absurd exchange went on longer than a full-term pregnancy. I was on the edge of my seat, mostly from the hemorrhoids. But after 10 more minutes, I was hoping they'd abort this conversation. But
small self-burn about having hemorrhoids. You don't want to mention Gutfeld's a funny guy, but generally you want to keep your health issues to yourself. People aren't going to want to hang out with you unless you are genetically perfect. So risky self-burn there. Love it. Very funny. Gutfeld fucks. Oh yeah, we checked that one off already.
Hey, maybe she's just being careful. Maybe she thinks Holly's about to pull out a Facebook post she wrote in high school where she claimed roosters could lay eggs. And she got sued by Foghorn Leghorn. But surely...
Foghorn Leghorn, famous cartoon rooster.
She'll come to her senses,
65,
right? And
yeah,
answer the
definitely.
question.
Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people with many identities, but
Can men get
I take care
pregnant?
of many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women. That
Can men get pregnant?
So much for the come to her senses part. But when it comes to medicine, you can call Josh Hawley Dr. J, because he just dunked on this indoctrinated fool.
Oh, bam. Thank you, Gutfeld.
If you thought Tim Waltz was dumb for saying men have periods,
Tim Waltz.
Dr. Verma says men might miss them.
Yep.
Who's worse? Don't make us choose. They're both morons. So this is today's modern professional class in one clip. Not doctor, not scientist, not expert, just a bot programmed by a campus diversity office. A simple yes or no question hits the system, and the system short circuits. You could practically hear her internal warning go off. Caution may violate campus protocols. She was this close to flailing her robot arms and shrieking, "Danger, Will Robinson, run!"
Danger, Will Robinson, run. That's a famous bot from the show, what was the name of it? Meet the Robinsons? Do you guys remember? Some of you must remember this one. Star Trek, that's the one. Lost in Space. This is a show, as you can tell, it's black and white, so it means it's from over 150 years ago, which is crazy to think.
Irma knows what the right answer is, but like the shopkeeper who sells Larry Kudlow lingerie, she's afraid to speak the truth. And it's extra wild because this hearing was about abortion drugs, stuff that interacts with actual bodies, organs, biology. You know, the unwoke parts of life that refuse to update their pronouns.
The unwoke parts of life.
Even if your balls go by they. It doesn't matter what you call these drugs. They're like the Hallmark Channel. They only work on women. Luckily. What?
It's a good joke. Women love the Hallmark Channel. It's the only time they shut the fuck up is when there's a Hallmark movie on, and they could just sit there and watch the cozy little fairy tales go by before the TV turns off and it's time for them to go do more laundry.
Luckily, Holly was there to provide a little reminder of what she testified to a moment ago.
Let me just remind you what you testified to a moment ago. Science and evidence should control, not politics. So, can men get pregnant? You're a doctor, I think.
Science and evidence should guide medicine.
Do science and evidence tell us that men can get pregnant? Biological men, can they get pregnant?
I also think yes/no questions like this are a political tool.
No, yes/no questions are about the truth, doctor.
Oh my
I think
God.
yes, no questions are a political tool. No, you're the political tool. Knowing that if you offer the honest answer, you may never be allowed to wear a pink pussy hat again. Look, politicians use language like a smoke machine at a nightclub. It's not there to help you see, it's there to hide how unappealing they really are in the hopes you might do coke with them in the bathroom. But doctors, they're supposed to be the people who don't do that. When you need a life-saving operation, your doctor isn't supposed to ask you, so before I start your open heart operation, clarify your position on Gaza, please. Of course, you know that she'd lie to her doctor since most heart surgeons are Jewish. But this doc thinks you're the simpleton for believing men can't get knocked up. A doctor who's all too willing to sell out women on the most powerful, miraculous thing they can do. So, Doc, let me supply.
Low Significance says, really beating this one to death? Yes. I think this is his little end rant. He does like a little end rant after the joke segment. Sometimes he slips. We just watched to see if he slips in a little Bill Clinton, Joe Biden reference there. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. But yeah, he is hammering home. There are two genders. One of them is annoying, and the other one gets shit done.
The second opinion you never asked for. No, men can't get pregnant, not even the slutty ones. And medicine isn't meant to advance ideology. The goal is to keep us all awake and breathing.
He's a whore.
We're in the era where the simplest reality is treated like a trap, and the trap is reality itself. If you say the truth, you're transphobic, which is great if you're running HR at Harvard. It's less great if you're testifying about drug safety and biology in the Senate and, you know, people's lives are in the balance. So what can you do with a doctor who's all in on ideology but buckles when it comes to the truth? I wouldn't have her treat my menopause, that's for sure.
Boom. Misgendered. He misgendered himself as a joke there. Could you imagine Greg being a woman? God, Greg is one of the fucking most... I have Burt Reynolds, Kurt Russell, and Greg Gutfeld as my top three manliest guys. That was loud.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. We should almost end it now. It's Friday, so you know what that means. Let's welcome tonight's guest. He looks like the world's sexiest dentist. Editor-at-large of Country Highway Magazine, Walter Kerr.
Country Highway Magazine.
A little slow there, everybody. He looks like the guy who hands you a homemade rap CD. Comedian Sherrod Small.
We gotta go. Wow.
He's all about free speech and looks like he's never seen a beach. CEO and co-founder of The Federalist, Sean Davis. And she went from shirtless rockers to beta blockers. Host of the Kennedy Saves the World podcast, Kennedy. All right, it's Friday, so before we get to some news stories, let's do this.
Greg's Leftovers.
It's Leftovers, where I read the jokes we didn't use this week, and as always, it's my first time reading them, so if they suck, we'll cover Joe Mackey in powdered sugar and a Trump wig and send him to Rosie O'Donnell's house.
Oh, shit. Rosie O'Donnell wants to eat Trump bad. Got him. And she's fat, right? Is that a fat joke as well? That must be. Because she would definitely be fat after she eats a whole Joe Mackey. There we go.
Yeah, she won't know whether to eat him or him.
Censored.
All right. Unnecessary, really. Unnecessary. Both. I don't know why I said that.
Do both.
Do both.
Do both.
Why choose?
White privilege.
All right. In Minneapolis, the city attorney's office invited the staff to a healing circle with therapy goats.
Oh my God. This is like classic, right? This is when liberals feel they've got anxiety, they get like a little therapy animal, they have a healing circle, and they talk about their if you're a real fucking man, if you're upset, you get in your truck and you just you go as fast as you fucking can down the highway. Make that thing rattle, okay? The MAGA hat should be fucking jumping on the dash. You're going so fucking fast. And then tailgate a guy until he pulls over, and if he pulls over, you pull over right behind him. Get out of your truck and just scream at his face. Hopefully, maybe you get in an altercation and you can just fucking feel the blood, feel the fucking pulp in his fucking face as you fucking beat his ass. That's how men, real men, deal with their feelings, right? And you'll feel so much better after you'll be so tired, but you'll feel like I've dominated a guy. Then you go back to your house. Your wife hopefully has calmed down from the fight. And you guys can just settle down, watch a bit more Gutfeld, and then back to work in the morning. But a therapy goat, you get a little therapy goat, you touch his little ears. Real man, if they would punch that goat to death.
Or as Tim Waltz calls it, date night.
Tim Waltz calls it date night because he would fuck the goats. That's a pervert right there. So Tim Waltz is a tampon slinging goat fucker. Don't forget.
James Comer announced that he plans to hold Hillary Clinton in contempt for skipping the Epstein deposition.
Well, it sounds like this guy's gonna die.
Bill Clinton. Oh.
Bill Clinton.
All right, you done? Bill Clinton was confused by the action, saying, "Why would anyone want to hold Hillary Clinton?"
Yeah, she's gross and sucks. And she's ugly too, number 67.
On Ben Shapiro's podcast, Gavin Newsom refused to answer if boys could become girls.
I mean, this is the classic checkmate, right? This classic checkmate. This is how you farm clips. If any of you guys are looking to farm clips, just ask people on the street, what is a boy? What is a woman? And if they hesitate for even 1 second, dunk on them. Say, boy has a penis, girl does not. Wrecked.
He said he has a lot of empathy for transgenders, being that he also used to have testicles.
Got him.
Despite spending millions on Star Trek, Starfleet Academy, the new Paramount show was terrible.
Oh, God. If it's new, it's got to be woke. Is effeminate? Yeah, definitely.
Terribly received. Trekkies were so upset that they threatened to have sex.
People who watch Star Trek are nerds. Star Trek has been on TV for more than 6 decades now, and that is a long time to not have sex, but they do it. Women want to know that you watch Gutfeld. If women find out you watch Gutfeld, you will get great head. If I can call back to earlier in the stream. If girls find out you watch Star Trek, they're out of there.
Bingo.
Philip Myles wins bingo. Congratulations. Holy shit.
Bingo!
Oh, double bingo. Congratulations. Double bingo at the end. Low significance. Philip Myles. Philip Myles. Already. What? Holy shit. It's Matt Johnson gifted 1 subscription. Thank you, Matt Johnson, for the subscription gift. And we've got some more links up there in the chat. Thank you, Matt Johnson. Now let's finish off this Gutfeld before we get to viewer videos. That is it for bingo today. Thank you all for playing.
With Joe Mackey? Yes, with Joe Mackey. 2-time World Cup winner Megan Rapinoe appeared in a TV ad.
Megan Rapinoe.
Control yourselves.
Meg. Let me just spell that out for you guys here. Meg and Rapinoe.
She appeared in a TV ad saying men should be able to play women's sports. Sorry, Megan, they already do. It's called soccer.
Soccer sucks. It's for gay people. I mean, we all know
in
that.
Minneapolis, 3 illegal aliens are accused of beating an ICE agent with a shovel. On the bright side, it's nice to see an illegal using something besides a leaf blower.
Channels Replay, thank you for the biddies.
Oh, man.
It's just an observation.
How do I donate the Tom Brady kissing gift? Yes, it's 100 bits for Tom Brady kissing. Also, I think if you first follow or first subscribe, you get Tom Brady kissing.
The nurses' strike continues here in New York City. The most upset, the female doctors who have to keep telling patients that they're doctors. You know it's true.
Big laugh.
2 OnlyFans models were kicked off a flight for drunk and unruly behavior. They both blew a .8 as...
They blew a .8 as well as blew... Who else did they blow? This is going to be a blowjob joke, guaranteed.
As well as the pilot.
They blew the pilot. There he is. Look at that.
So nice that he let us use his picture. In Florida, a massage parlor employee faces charges for defecating...
Matt Johnson, the ghost of Brian, watching the Tom Brady kiss and gif. Thank you.
Reported police during a health inspection.
We'll edit laughter in there.
The inspector's conclusion, she needs more fiber.
That's poo joke. That's great.
Democratic Representative Sri Thanadar says he intends to introduce a bill to abolish ICE. He plans on doing this after he gets off his shift on Fantasy Island.
Interesting.
Yes. I knew they'd like that. New York City singles are now going on
Fantasy Island, a show from 100 years ago.
On dates wearing blindfolds, hoping to find a deeper connection. And the dates always begin with the first question, are you ugly?
Yeah, I think we all kind of fucked over Matt Johnson there. That was I believe 100 bits was going to be was going to be the kiss on the mouth, but I think maybe it is only subscription based. I think only if it's a personal subscription. I wonder if I can trigger it just for you. Let's see if I can figure it out here. That also might collapse the stream. I'm very sensitive to the stream mechanics because I've had some recent disasters that are all over. If you've seen the news, they were talking about it. Had some real stream technical problems recently, and I'm still recovering.
DeGeneres has reportedly dropped $27 million on a mansion in California. Wow, that's a lot of money. Maybe I should start dating women.
It's ladies' choice.
You know, I should read these first. Sends the wrong message to all those kids who look up to me. Or at me. That was a funnier joke. Kids don't look up to me, they just look at me. All right.
What? Did you guys catch that? Did you get to see? Did you see Gutfeld just came up with that? And you can see this is why we do it, right? This is why comedians, they come up with jokes is to make themselves laugh. And when you do that, it feels great.
Gen Z has a new word. It's called choppelganger, which is an uglier version of an already gross-looking person. In other words, if you think Jabba the Hutt is repulsive, wait till you see his choppelganger.
Rosie O'Donnell?
Wait till you see his
J.B. Pritzker. Oh, Matt Johnson.
And finally, at an automotive plant, President Trump gave the...
With another Brian reacts to... Another Brian Reacts gift there.
Middle finger to a heckler. Meanwhile, Joe Biden gave his middle finger to a bone collector.
He's a skeleton. Because he's old. Guys, we're getting through it.
I like that joke, and I don't care what you think. All right.
A lot of Gutfeld explains himself on that one. Love to see it. It's great to see how the sausage is made, right? Combination Joe Mackey, Gutfeld, and LLM of some sort all coming together to create these great bits. But sometimes you see Gutfeld just spontaneously comes up with a joke himself, and that's why we watch the show. Now let's get to the viewer videos. We always watch these at the end. See? It's a follow, and it doesn't work sometimes. Mwah. It's a follows. All right, let's see what this is all about.
Oh, be recognized as the important customer you are as a member of the Branson Tourism Center's concierge program. Yeah. Just for booking your vacation through the Branson Tourism Center, you're automatic.
So this is the movie Austin Powers. Came out 35 years ago today, and it's a very funny movie. This is Mike Myers. Different camera they're using, but still very funny movie.
Automatically a member of the concierge program. As a member of their concierge program, you're treated like a star. Free perks and discounts all over town. And even invitations to intimate gatherings with your favorite stars as a platinum member. At Branson Tourism Center, you don't pay more, you get more, and that's groovy, yeah!
You guys hear the theme song? That's the theme song to Austin Powers 2. It's kind of like a beep, boop, bop, 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 beep, 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 boop, bop, 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 beep, 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 beep. Excellent stuff. So obviously this must be Mike Myers is doing a little ad as his famous character Austin Powers for the Branson Tourism Center. Is that Branson, Missouri? Yeah, baby, yeah. That's what British people sound like. Very excellent stuff. Thank you for that. I'll be checking out the Tourism Center, and I'll be watching Austin Powers again. Oh, wait, this is a 13-second clip. So This is going to be a fast one. I hope I get the volume right on this one off the bat.
We can't turn the we can't turn the clock back. I know it's after midnight. We can't turn the clock back and turn it back into the mid-'80s and put on a whitey.
That's a Gutfeld slip up right there, guys. Let's hear that one more time. That was a Gutfeld slip up.
We can't turn the we can't turn the clock back. I know it's after midnight. We can't turn the clock back and turn it back into the mid-'80s and put on a Whitey Herzog team.
So he's always trying to say, turn the clock back. But for some reason he says,
we can't turn the cock black.
He says, we can't turn the black cock black. Excellent stuff. So you're supposed to have a button that you press as a commentator that you put down when you think you're going to say something like that. You're supposed to press the button so the people don't hear it. Must be getting late for that guy. It's getting late. Baseball goes a long time. He's zoning out. Excellent video. Thank you for that one. Oh, this is way too long. We'll watch a little bit of it. Pick any part.
Fire you. Because I took a dump at somebody's private home. In their private home, and the smell of my shit becomes atrocious.
Okay, the Sanctuary comedy show. First of all, very funny outfit. This is it's got a full-size backpack used as a fanny pack. That's very funny. Sanctuarycomedy.com. I have to check this out.
At times, okay? I mean, I'm on medications and stuff, so these things happen. All right? Why didn't you put away your card? What?
So this is it's called Sanctuary Comedy, and it's got American symbolism on the side. This makes me think this is probably a place where you can actually say what you want to say.
Why didn't you put away your shopping cart?
A big camera flash there.
Road now?
Palm Springs!
Oh, fuck this.
Tell the Palm Springs story.
92!
Are people yelling out jokes? Is this a famous guy?
I'm getting to the 92.
All right.
Shopping cart. God, I'm trying to remember where that began, okay?
Is this the Windy City Heat guy?
I'm at Costco over here on Sepulveda Boulevard.
Fuck Sebastian.
What was that?
Fuck Sebastian.
Fuck Sebastian? Yeah, that was the punk that that messing with me with the shopping carts.
Yeah.
Okay. And what a fucking pain in the ass he was. I started chasing him around my car. I'm gonna beat your fucking ass.
And you fell on your ass.
Okay. So this is what this guy is this guy is me in 20 to 30 years when the whole joke explainer thing has blown over and I have to do little shows like this. You guys yell out, explain Gutfeld, and I'll have my fanny pack full of joke explanations. And I'll be like, nah, I don't want to. I got them some more stuff. And then Satalo Disco will be like, do talk about Brendan Schaub. And I'll be like, Brandon's been dead for years, guys. I've got some new stuff maybe you want to hear. And then Gordo will be like, no. We want to hear the good shit. Talk about Chris D'Elia. And I'll be like, again, these guys have been dead a long time. I really would like to do the musical that me and Brian wrote. And you guys be like, get off the stage. And then I will be escorted. I might have a big freak out. Maybe you guys record it. And maybe that'll go viral. I don't know. But I see my future with this guy.
Are you the artist? No! Well, okay. Anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's see the dismount here.
Jerk the fucking guy off. I got my free SAG vouchers. Nothing more said, no lies about this story being told. And it's been told over and over and over and over and over again since it fucking happened.
Stop bragging.
Get the fuck out of here! Yeah! Get the motherfucker out of here!
Woo! Oh, this is the Scaremaster's hungry. Take a bite. Take a bite. Take a bite.
Oh. Is it that? And then I could see this again. You guys come up. DJ Chemex comes up, stuffs a chicken strip in my face. He's like, I told you. Do the old stuff. Oh, man. Let's watch this one. Say the line.
Marco Rubio, thank you for joining me on the Les Freedom podcast for the first time.
Well, it's a pleasure to have me on. Thank you for having me.
So, one of the hottest topics recently is Venezuela. And I want to ask you, did we really have to invade a country and take Nicolas Maduro, or was there another way to try and figure this thing out?
No, not at all. Absolutely not. I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Something had to be done about Nicolas Maduro and the narco-terrorism that he was waging on the United States for years. That's just a fact. But it doesn't mean it had to happen this way.
So why resort to force so quickly? Could this not have been done more peacefully and maybe with some tender love?
Well, that's just where the premise of your question is just all wrong. I mean, President Trump repeatedly gave Maduro options to settle this thing diplomatically.
Yep. Marco is that's a hard impression to do.
But he just repeatedly refused.
So just so I understand, you're arguing essentially that Maduro forced you to invade, and that's how you steel man the case for invading.
Well, I'm not arguing anything because it's not my opinion. It's just a fact. Look, the President of the United States gave Maduro repeated opportunities to come to the negotiation table and settle this thing diplomatically. And when he just refused time and again, the President said that if we can't work this out with the conversation, then the only thing that's going to work is force.
I still wonder if...
I gotta look. Lex Friedman. Marco... Rubio. Did this actually happen? Okay, well, this is okay, but I need to know. I haven't watched Lex Friedman, Marco Rubio in a while. I want to hear how close he is. Maybe this is just. I gotta know. What does he sound like? Who is Lex Friedman? I know more. I don't. Lex Friedman. This guy. Holy shit. 4 million subs. Never even fucking heard of him.
We're standing there. Everyone is waiting. Its life as a tiny butterflies.
Is this Lex Friedman?
Where we were going. So those shine.
No, it's got to be this guy.
You see the rope. Learn farming.
The 130,000 acres of rainforest you've been able to save, and how much of it is not.
Just because he said that he might use military force.
That's pretty good.
Does that mean that he actually had to?
That's pretty
good.
good.
No, not at all. But what it does mean is that you finally have a president who means what he says and actually delivers what he says he's going to do. Look, if you don't have a credible military option on the table, then what do you even have? You don't have any leverage, and you may as well not even have a real military. And this is not something that's unique to President Trump. All presidents have had to have a credible military option on the table. The only difference, as far as I can see, is that President Trump actually delivers on his word, and you should take him seriously.
Gee, what a scary and volatile world we live in. So, with Greenland, you actually...
This guy... Now, this is a good impression. People listen to this guy?
How much of it is in the extra 200,000 acres?
He makes me so tired.
Confidentiality. They all sign NDAs.
Yeah. There's some really good NDAs.
It's understood. It's an NDA. You can't. There's no lawyers. There's only one way to execute the law.
Yeah, it's either.
Oh my God, man! I really. I really, I feel so much pressure to be so engaging on these streams and when I'm doing Jokes Explained. And I really should try to remember that most long form content is for sleeping to. That's how you get these big numbers. Fuck. I'm really doing it all wrong.
A really strong NDA or
I should try it differently. Like if I maybe with more monotone. So this is Greg Gutfeld, and he's a big host on Fox News. He drinks out of a Fox mug. He always has kind of a different shirt on. On Fridays, he has like a joke. He does some of the jokes that he normally didn't do, and then he tells them. And sometimes he comes up with a joke that wasn't even written down. He'll tell it right live on there, and the crowd chants Greg, and then he tells liberals that they should die or self-die themselves or just in some way be eradicated from the land of the United States. But then everybody laughs at the end. Is that better? Is that more? It might be more enjoyable. Certainly easier on my voice. I could talk like that for 8-10 hours straight if I needed to, which again I think maybe is the goal. I mean, I sort of did that with the Patreon stream. A little bit of ASMR. A little bit of ASMR for you guys. Hey, we lost a lot of viewers during that little segment. Maybe, but then again, maybe we're making it ideological to the Lex Friedman crowd. Maybe people just are here for bingo, and as soon as the bingo cards are gone, they're fucking out of here. Back to Hassan. My voice was too relaxing. Yeah, they went to sleep. They've got to change that. You shouldn't turn off the stream when it goes to sleep. It should just start auto-buying products that are pitched. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I did a little experimental stream for the patrons on Saturday. You can check that out on this channel called Myles Public Radio. Just went through a little bit of Matt Rife for about an hour. DJ Chemix was there. That was very nice to hang out with him for a little while. I'll be doing another one of those in the future. I will not be here on Friday. I will make an announcement and take it off the schedule because I'm going to be out of town doing some very secret, shadowy vaccine-related stuff I cannot talk about. But I will be back again on Monday. No, I will not be back again on Monday. So I will probably do a stream maybe in the midweek just to make sure I don't go too long without a stream. But thank you all again for being here, and I will see you very shortly. Once again, as always, do not think, just do, just laugh. See you soon, guys. Bye.